All right, if I may have your attention, I would like to call Mr. Greenhill, if you'll join us at the podium. Yeah, we'll sing Christmas carols later. I would like to call the December 14th meeting of the Tarrant County College District Board of Trustees to order. Any public comments, Mr. Gates? All right. I would ask approval of the minutes of the November 14th, 2017 meeting.
Second.
Motion to approve by Dr. Morrison, seconded by Dr. Evans. Any corrections, additions, comments? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
No opposition. There is not a governance committee report. The agenda was vetted, and you will follow with us as we work through it. Audit and Finance, I don't believe, has met. Mr. Heed does have a nice report to share with us on behalf of the foundation.
Yeah, as you know, every fall, the foundation, the TCC Foundation coordinates an
Annual employee giving program. It's a one-time, one-ask program. And since Louise and I are liaisons to the foundation, I wanted to give this report to you. This year, you all set a record amount of gifts and commitments by employees in the amount of $291,706, which represents, yes, that represents 60% participation of all the employees. The campaign is organized according to CELT divisions, and it gives an opportunity for a little competition between the various divisions, and the top participating group was facilities. So give facilities a big hand. Nina?
She brought her own bell.
89%. She's bringing her own bell. Oh, geez. 89% of their employees are giving and participating. This is the seventh year in a row to be the leading division. Seventh year in a row. Wow. You ought to have a bigger bell. 60% is significant overall district participation for an institution of this size, and a majority of the funds are directed by employees to student scholarships, which once again demonstrates the heart commitment of the faculty and staff. So on behalf of all the TCC trustees, I want to thank you and thank all the employees of TCC for the generous contributions.
Absolutely.
Give yourself a hand.
Indeed. Thank you so much. Dr. Morrison?
Mrs. Appleman. It's no secret that the success of TCC is because of our great people. And whether any one of you receive special recognition or not, you all know that you are the very best. However, today I want to share two stories about someone who did receive recognition. Today, a few of us gathered at lunch for the Minority Leaders in Business Awards luncheon, and one of our very own, Mr. Arturo Martinez, Director of Creative Services for Tarrant County College District, was one of the honorees. We know how great he is, and we want other people to know too. We appreciate him being recognized, and it's featured in this week's issue of Fort Worth Business Press. If you happen to see one, you might pick it up and read all about all of the people who were recognized. One of the awards given today was also in honor of our past Chancellor, Irma Johnson Hadley. It was the Irma Johnson Hadley Legacy Award. And her former secretary, Norma Roby, was the recipient of that Legacy Award. So it was a fun day today. Also, just as I was about to leave for board meeting, I happened onto Facebook, and I have another story to show. This shows Meet Chef Kareem of Kareem's Custom Catering in Fort Worth. Two things about that struck my eye. It said that all of the Chase ATMs in the area will have his picture posted on it between now and March. When I read the article, he talked about his 200 corporate clients, and he gave credit to two of the chefs who were his teachers at the Tarrant County College Culinary Arts Program. So we're so very proud of all of our graduates and students, and just wanted to highlight and share this with you today of one of our graduates, Chef Kareem. Thank you.
Thank you. Other trustees have anything they want to share?
Yeah, I have
Mr. Greenhill?
a small one, just
He's dying to sing
Jingle
Christmas
bells.
Carol.
Yes. No, I was gonna. I missed the Trinity party today because I was on a conference call with the joint TCCTA joint legislative strategy meeting, and I won't go into all the details, but I wanted to let you know that that your trustees and the school boards and the CATT, the trustees, are all working very hard starting now. We were behind in the last session, but we're going ahead now to make a plan. As a matter of fact, Trustee Patrick is on our committee, but we talked about several things: development of priorities, the Funding Act, the continuing education, workforce training, which is House Bill 2994, and baccalaureate degree authority. Among the other things that we discussed, policy areas for, these are subject to a lot of change, but proactive stance on transfer issues, student success metrics, dual credit workforce programs, and the recognition of the community college role in workforce programs. Policy issues, of course, the core requisite bill, the baccalaureate bill, and other matters. The property, we also have some defense things we're going to be thinking about. There's property tax reform in the, you've got it up there. The property tax reform it has to do with, there's a lot of talk about reforming our property taxes. We all pay a lot of property taxes, but of course we collect a lot of property taxes, some property taxes, to support our efforts. So that's important. In-state tuition, open carry, the bathroom bill, and some government issues. So just keep in tune. We're working hard to keep our interests on top of things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, we give special thanks for, we had Senator Florence Shapiro was there to talk about politics, and her deal was that no one knows what's going to happen. There's too much going on because there are elections and committees and things like that that are kind of in turmoil.
All right, there are two items on the consent agenda. One is 115 pages of revisions, updates to primarily local policies that are provided to us under contract from the Texas Association of School Boards. I do have some cliff notes if anyone's interested in reading the shorter version. The second item is consideration and approval of the ratification of the motion that we voted on in September relative to the mineral rights investment policy. At the same time, we voted on the investment policy. Both of those must be submitted to the State Auditor's Office and the Legislative Budget Board on or before December 31st, so we are encouraged to pass both of these items, and I would entertain a motion to do so. Move to approve the consent agenda, Mr. Heed, seconded by Dr. Grant. Any questions or comments? All those in favor, aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Item number 7, consideration and approval of renewal of the lease agreement to provide office space for the TCCD Foundation in Water Gardens Place in the amount of $255,126.60. Motion to approve. Ms. Petty is available to answer questions. Mr. Greenhill, seconded by Mr. Heed. Questions? Would you like to comment on this item?
So many of you know that we extended our lease for the foundation for 36 months, and this is just a request for funding for that. We did get some money in there to update the space, and we're hoping you'll approve the funding since we signed the renewal in July.
And this is a 3-year contract
It's 36 months.
with a possible out after 2 years?
Correct, and it
Okay.
is market rents, and we feel good about the deal we got there.
Other questions? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 8, consideration and approval of contract renewal of financial construction services for TCCD capital improvement projects in the amount of $494,700 plus a contingency of $100,000. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Greenhill.
Second.
By Dr. Evans. Questions, comments? We went over this to some extent in the Governance Committee meeting. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9, consideration and approval of BuyBoard agreement to purchase lighting system upgrade equipment for police firing range on the northwest campus in the amount of $176,209.99.
Move for approval.
Mr. Heed moves to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Dr. Grant? Questions? Yes? Dr. Evans,
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I've been called worse. I'm fine. We're good.
Who is Dr. Grant?
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't know.
I know a Michael Grant. I think that's,
Well, that's fine.
my head is not operating all the way.
Father
Okay,
Grant.
motion to approve in a second. Discussion, questions? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Item number 10. Mr. Ragu is at the podium to answer questions. Consideration and approval of purchase Elsevier nursing examination preparation software in the amount of $109,350. Motion to approve.
Move to
So
approve.
moved.
I'm going to let Dr. Evans do it, and Mr. Heed to second. Questions or comments? Mr. Ragu? Motion, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 11, consideration and approval of agreement with EST Group for storage array with automatic backup in the amount of $298,524.32.
Move for approval.
Mr. Heed moves to approve.
Second.
Second, Dr. Evans. Questions of Mr. Ragu? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was two.
Again, if this is your first visit with us, all of these were thoroughly discussed at the Governance Committee meeting, so a lot of our questions and details were reviewed at that time. Okay, Dr. McClendon, with your monthly financial report.
Good evening. We will be reviewing the month of November 2017. This report covers our fiscal year, and we're looking at all items greater than 30%. If we look at our total revenue, it's within the time frame and within the numbers that we are acceptable. It's looking at 23%, so that's good for this. We will look at all expenses. Looking at if we look at the expenses, anything that's over 30%, they're typically going to have encumbrances or prepaid. We're looking at our total expenses to be at 26.4 versus 25%, which is good when we have, if we can take in consideration your encumbrances and prepaids. All right. We're going to look at our cash investments now. If we look at our pools, we have decreased it by $1.7 million, giving us an ending balance 122.9. If we look at our U.S. securities, we have a market adjustment of 0.4 mil. That gives us an ending balance of 129.9. If we look at our total portfolio, we're looking at a beginning of 254.9, a decrease of 2.1, and an ending balance of 252.8. Our yield is at 1.3%. Our spread is 0.2, and our WAM is 384 versus 365. Any questions?
Questions of Dr.
Do you think that, what is your view of the Fed increasing the interest rate? Are we going to become very wealthy?
They increased it 1/4 of a
Oh,
point,
okay,
Mr. Green.
all
I
right,
did,
okay,
and it
just
was a
checking
5 to
with you.
7. But yes, I think, will it increase? Yeah, we'll increase very slightly, but yes, sir. All right. Any questions?
Other questions? Thank you, Dr. McCray. Chancellor's report, Dr. Giovannini.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Appleman. I have a couple of staff introductions. Mrs. Robinson?
Thank you. I'd like to introduce Mr. Kurt Driver, who's been with TCC for the last 7 years as the Manager of Emergency Management, as well as serving as the Interim Director of the Department of Safety and Emergency Management. Prior to his employment at TCC, Mr. Driver served in a variety of roles in the emergency management profession, from serving citizens of this county as the Tarrant County Emergency Manager Officer to the citizens of the state of North Carolina as the state's Deputy Coordinator of Emergency Services. He is a member of a FEMA Disaster Medical Assistance Team and an adjunct professor with the University of North Texas Emergency Administration and Planning Program. Mr. Driver also has provided emergency management operational guidance for planned events like the 2006 Super Bowl, 2007 Daytona 500, and the 2010 Winter Olympic Games. Mr. Driver has served on the Board of Directors for the Emergency Management Association of Texas, the University of North Texas EADP's Advisory Board, and most recently the Chair of the Texas Higher Education Emergency Management Committee. He holds the highest professional certificates available, the Certified Emergency Manager from the International Association of Emergency Managers, and the Texas Certified Emergency Manager from the Emergency Management Association of Texas. Mr. Driver is a graduate of the Virginia Commonwealth University and holds a master's degree from Troy University. Please help me welcome Mr. Kurt Driver.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Robinson. Good evening, Madam President, Mr. Chancellor, and Board. I just want to say, 7 years ago this month, I was presented as a brand new employee here at TCC, and the fact that I'm now being introduced as your new Director of the Safety Emergency Management Department proves that good things can come to those who wait. But that being said, I am truly honored and excited to be the Director of the Department of Safety and Emergency Management, and I just look forward to the great things that we're going to do in the future.
Thank you. We welcome you, and we hope you never have anything to do.
Yes, ma'am. I second that.
Mr. Gates has an introduction of staff, new staff.
Thank you, Chancellor, Ms. Appleman, trustees. I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Kim Moss-Lanier as our new District Executive Director for Grants Development and Compliance. Kim Lanier has served in higher education for several years, working in grants management and compliance. She worked for the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort Worth as Associate Director for Texas Prevention Institute. Kim has served as Principal Investigator, Program Director on multiple grants funded by the Center for Disease Control, National Cancer Institute, National Institute of Minority Health and Health Disparities, Cancer Prevention Research Institute of Texas, and the United Way of Tarrant County. Kim currently serves on several community collaboratives as well as coalitions across North Texas and is the chair of the Fort Worth Blue Zone's Community Engagement Committee. She also serves on the board of directors for the Susan G. Coleman Fort Worth affiliate. She has over 10 years' experience in public administration, serving some of the most vulnerable populations in Texas, focusing on integrating evidence-based patient-centered practices. Kim completed her master's in public administration from the University of Oklahoma, and she's currently working on her PhD at Texas Women's University. While at University of Oklahoma, her emphasis was on human resources as well as organizational development. She also completed a 2-year cultural competency fellowship focused on national health disparities from the Health Research and Educational Trust. Please welcome Kim Lanier.
Thank you, VC Gates. It's a privilege to be here, Ms. Applegate and the board. I am very excited about being a part of Tarrant County College. It's very near and dear to my heart. I've had the privilege of working with colleagues from TCC while I was at UNT Health Science Center. And personally, when my nephew came to live with me and said he didn't have a plan, I said, yes, you do. You're going to TCC. So the counselors there took him in, and while I was sitting there shaking my head, they said, Auntie, we got him. He's going to get through. And he did. And he went on to UTA after that. So I'm very indebted to TCC and excited to be here.
We welcome you.
Lastly, Ms. Appleman, it's over the last few weeks, it's been my pleasure to visit the campuses for a lot of holiday cheer and receive a lot of joy in doing that, and thanking faculty and staff for all their efforts. And it was a really good opportunity for me to not only see the campuses, but a number of sites that I've really only seen maybe once since I've been here, and to see, to engage with the employees and to see their joy, not just for the holiday season, but for the work that they do. It was very moving in many ways, so I greatly appreciated that opportunity. Thank you.
And I think you were welcomed and well received, and they enjoyed hearing from you and receiving their cookies. Dr. Madison.
Yes, I'm sorry, Dr. Madison, you're not on the list, but join us, please, for a couple introductions.
Good evening. I'd like to introduce Dr. Susan Smith. Dr. Susan Smith has worked in libraries of all sizes and types for 20 years. She comes to the Trinity River campus of Tarrant County College from the University of North Texas, where she was head of a department that worked with graduate students and faculty to ensure their academic and research success. Previously, Dr. Smith spent 8 years as a librarian at Hodges University in Naples, Florida, where she helped connect on-campus and distance students with library resources and was named Professor of the Year in 2013. She previously worked in public libraries in Texas as a children's, teen, reference, and fiction librarian. She holds a BA in English, a master's in library and information studies from the University of Oklahoma, and a PhD in public administration from the University of Texas at Arlington. Dr. Smith's research interests include research methods and assessment, libraries and technology acceptance, and innovative library services for faculty and student success, and also Learning Commons. I just added that one, by the way. She is active in the American Library Association, serving on or chairing multiple committees. Dr. Smith lives with her husband, Dr. Greg Smith, in Corinth, Texas. When she is not working, she can be found in the kitchen cooking or baking. She will read anything with words, but especially loves teen books and is a true mystery junkie and would walk everywhere if she could. Please welcome Dr. Susan Smith.
Thank you, Dr. Madison. President Appleman, Chancellor Giovannini, members of the board, I'm so excited to be here. So excited that I can tell you that my husband and I are closing on our house in Fort Worth on January the 5th. So we will be residents of Tarrant County. Couldn't wait to get here. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I'd also like to introduce Dr. Deidre R. Turner. Dr. Turner is a native of Oklahoma who also grew up in Houston, Texas. She joins the Trinity River campus after coming from Texas Christian University, where she served as the Associate Director in the Center for Academic Services and also as an academic advisor for the Neely School of Business. In addition to academic advising, her 20 years of work in higher education includes teaching, fraternity and sorority life, housing, and student programming. At TCU, Dr. Turner was the chair of the Policy and Advocacy Committee of the Staff Assembly, co-chair of the University Student Retention Committee, and served on subcommittees for the University Strategic Plan Committee and Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. Dr. Turner holds a BA in sociology from TCU, a master's in education in student personnel in higher education from the University of Georgia, and a PhD in sociology from Texas A&M University. Deidre volunteers with the TCU Black Alumni Alliance, the United Way Tarrant County Community Investment Cabinet, and is an active member of the Fort Worth chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She has presented at a variety of conferences, including the College and University Professional Association, the College and University Professional Association for Human Resources, the Association of Fraternity Advisors Annual Conference, and the Southwestern Black Student Leadership Conference. Please welcome Dr. Turner.
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Madison. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. I've lost my voice. They've worked me hard these 3 weeks. I'm going to need 2 weeks off if you all don't mind. I appreciate the opportunity to be at TCC, to work with the students there. Everyone has been open, welcoming, and I look forward to staying student-focused and student-ready. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we are going to recess into closed session for the deliberation of real property, Section 551.072 of the Texas Government Code, deliberation on personnel matters, Section 551.074 Texas Government Code, in consultation with our attorney, Section 551.071 Texas Government Code. Thank you all for coming. You are excused. I want to wish you a happy Hanukkah, a Merry Christmas, a happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, and happy Festivus.
Yeah, all
whatever
of it, yeah.
melts your butter. And we'll see you in January. Enjoy your break.
Yeah.